What's up everyone, I'm Dark Hour 717 and today we're going to look at the current state of cargo trading in the verse. Before we get started, do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button and follow on Twitch, and stay tuned till the end of the video to find out how to get entered into the giveaway for June of the RSI Scorpius with the Stinger paint, LTI, and a couple sets of Aslan armor. So an ongoing topic of much disdain in the verse is cargo trading. Is it dead? I would say no, but it has not seen worse days than what state it's in now. Many people in the verse absolutely love doing this gameplay loop, and as those who have been in the game for a while know, it really has been broken since about patch 3.12 or even longer. The ability to earn AUEC through this gameplay was a much loved and fun experience for many people to throw on their space trucker hat, plan routes with different pickup and drop off points, and earn their AUEC in a legal and mostly relaxing way. Aside from the occasional pirate encounter, it was a great way to just unwind in the verse with a group of buddies or even just by yourself. As most remember, signs of issues started back, I believe, around 3.9 with the issue that purchase and selling limits disappeared on some of the higher value commodities like Laranite, which did eventually get resolved, and the ability to purchase and sell unlimited Laranite was fun while it lasted, but it honestly is unrealistic to ask to go back to and still maintain an in-game economy. After that was resolved, trading went back to normal for some time until about 3.12. The replication bug struck at that time, and for the most part affected and almost completely halted not only cargo trading but mining as well, as being able to sell anything in a reasonable amount of time was nearly impossible. With the release of 3.13, this replication issue was resolved but brought in a time that mining is feasible and profitable again, but the cargo trading loop has suffered yet another blow, making it almost unplayable. With overly tight purchase caps on a number of favorite commodities, the time and effort it takes to make runs to get a decent amount to sell is no longer worth it due to the cost you're going to spend refueling, the time you will take traveling, and also the ever-present risk and possible loss of all your efforts due to a 30k crash. Now, in fairness, not all items you can trade are in a bad state. Yes, you can still fill up with scrap or other low-cost items and for the most part sell them, but the profit again is very low, and the time you spend doing this, you can actually make 5 times the amount of profit going through other gameplay loops such as mining, bounties, and sadly even just box deliveries. Probably the most profitable right now is just running the scrap from what I've experienced. That plus the addition of the Invictus journal notes that informed of overstock, understock locations and prices. I really enjoyed that. I thought that was a great addition, and I did make a lot of use of that with some great success. But after the end of Invictus, it just became an irrelevant add-on that became mostly unuseful. 3.13.1 seems to have put even tighter restrictions on items including Laranite, Agricium, Acetine, Diamonds, and even Titanium, which really has made this once loved activity left to be ignored. It's sad to think that I would even say I miss the days of pirates hunting at the trading locations, breaking onto my ship, or even trying to steal it, since none of that is really going on at this time, because even they find that it's a dead loop in the game. A good example is the other night I went out in my Caterpillar and my C2, wanted to see if anything I could do in the trading gameplay loop. After going to 3 different stations, I was only able to acquire 100 SCU of diamonds, 6 SCU of Laranite, and less than 100 SCU of titanium. At which point I walked out of the station I was on and randomly died walking down the steps for no reason, which in turn made all my efforts really for nothing. As I respawned and went back to find my Caterpillar, well, it just disappeared and despawned. After that, I spent 2 hours trying to fill my C2 with anything I could get in the Hurston or the ArcCorp system, and with less than half the cargo bay full, I went to sell it. As I was able to sell the mix of what I had with no problem, and it really wasn't much, I sold the last bit of titanium only to have the selling console glitch out, and when I went back in, I saw all the profit I had made on all the items I had sold just go missing, basically just putting me right back to where I was when I walked in the door. Now, this has been experienced by a couple of our org members that after selling their AUEC just goes back to what they originally had before they started selling their commodities. Initial reports have been placed, but this is a new deterrent in this once amazing activity. Concerning is that recently we have seen the introduction of the cargo areas on the Lagrange stations, as well as the recent release of the Hercules C2, which very easily could take over the role as Trading King from the Caterpillar, as well as the Connie Taurus release coming in patch 3.14, a new trading area with Orison, the upcoming release of the Hull C in 3.16, and the newly concepted Gatic Raylan, which are all centered around the cargo trade gameplay. With no signs in the roadmap of reworks in this game mechanic, what are the points to these vessels if they cannot be used for their designed intent? Now, don't get me wrong, I truly believe that there are many things that are being worked on that we're not aware of, much like many bugs in the past have been resolved or corrected with no mention in patch notes, roadmap, or even update videos from CIG. I do keep the faith that this is being addressed, though. I know many people who have lost a great deal of faith that this will ever get worked out. I don't believe anyone is looking to go back to the days when it was an unlimited and unrestricted supply of goods with the ability to buy and sell with no limits. But I do hope that soon we will see the return of when it was a limit set on these items that will allow people to work for the AUEC they earn and provide a reasonable and competitive profit to other loops within the verse. Hell, I would even welcome the anticipation that pirates are back out there looking for traders, and that unknown feeling that anything could happen and looking over my shoulder to make sure it's safe to leave my ship, or even the need to bring org members to run security for me while I'm trading. Cargo trading at this time is not forgotten, but it is severely missed. I'm hoping that with the recent inclusion of the new trading ships, that this gameplay gets a serious rework and return to the fun, enjoyable activity it once was, so all the citizens can have another option to spend their time on within the verse. Let me know what you think, and what are your thoughts on the current state of trading. Is this something you miss? Do you not have a concern, or is it something you just never did, or is your thought that it's dead? Leave me a comment down below. But don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, follow on Twitch, get your entries in for June's giveaway, the RSI Scorpius with Stinger Paint, LTI, and a pair of Aslan armor. Just subscribe and leave a comment on any video on YouTube or follow on Twitch. If you do both, you'll get 2 entries and double your chances. Also check out our streams every Wednesday and Sunday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and if you would like to help support the channel, check out the Patreon as well as the members page on YouTube or even the merch store at darkhour717.com. I want to thank everybody for all of your support, and it is greatly appreciated, and we will catch you next time.